Hi cards chatters, how you doing? Got a pretty interesting little spot for you here with pocket sixes. So make a pretty standard, fairly small open. We've got a couple of few short stacks around at the table. Actually, we get action with a very small 3-bet from a fairly active but pretty much unknown player. With a stack also, playing about 70 deep here, and we have a very easy call, obviously, getting amazing implied odds to speculate to hit our set. We have to call very little here, so we've got 40 times or so back the amount we actually have to call that we could potentially win here. So we break the flop pretty much with a few weak backdoors, and we're just going to check fold this pretty much always. Our opponent checks back, however, and we do spike the set on the turn. So in game I opt to lead kind of just under half pot. I guess I'm going for an induce kind of line here, trying to look kind of speculative, proby, and just hope to get raised by some draws. I do think our opponent's capped his range pretty well when he checks back here. I suppose he could have a hand like 8-10 of clubs occasionally, but generally speaking, he's never going to check back a straight, he's never going to check back a set, or even a hand like top pair on this pretty wet board. Top pair, top kicker, for example, at least. There might be some top pairs that will check back, but the strongest ones, unless they have a club, they may occasionally check back. So he's pretty much pretty capped in his range when he does this. Fairly draw heavy, I would say. Also, quite a lot of ace-x hands as well, and some underpairs to the jack. And I think we can get paid obviously by a call, but we can also hope to induce sometimes to get a raise when we use this sizing. Our opponent does flat call, and I think the interesting street, and the reason I chose this hand, is actually the river. So in game I opt to check river, and I think this makes a lot of sense. I think we do run the risk of our opponent checking back, a hand like pocket eights or some 9x combos, but I do think some of the time he's going to bet that 9x for value, and also more importantly, I think his range is full of draws and also ace-x combos, which may just stab as a bluff when we check here, and we can check raise. So I think we're going to get more money in the pot this way. We do opt to check raise. We go non-all in, just due to the stack to pot ratio being a little bit on the large side to just rip over here. We could do, I suppose, that would be justifiable. In game we opt to make it 3.7k, and our opponent rips over the top, which is pretty interesting. Obviously we snap it off, and he shows down ace queen with the ace of clubs, which seems to be a really weird hand to me for choosing this line on the river. I think he obviously puts us on some kind of bluff line, is like re-bluffing us, but he's basically discounting straights from our range a lot, and just trying to force us off a lot of hands. But it's a very weird hand choice to do it with, because he's blocking all the misdraws. He's blocking the club, and he's also blocking those misdraws with the queen. So it seems like a very weird hand selection to go for this with. Let me know your thoughts, guys. There will be a thread going up for this video, and you can also hit me up through the forums, through any of those threads. Click my name to private message me about one-to-one coaching, group coaching, free consultations available on Skype. So hit me up if you're interested in those. We can have a chat about your game. And until next time, guys, all the best of luck on the grind. Take care.